G'day, welcome back to Let's Drive It. I'm Gary Worrall. Well, here we are today. We're out at Queensland Raceway. Thanks to Keith Lewis and all the staff for giving us the loan of the track today. And it's a good thing they did, because have a look at this. We've got a Lexus LC 500. It's a 5-litre sports car. Who knows what it's going to be able to do. So to help us find out, we've got our good friend Brendon Pingel here with us. Now Brendon, you're the 2015 Aussie Racing Car Champion. You've done quite a few laps here in different cars. How do you reckon we're going to go today with the Lexus?
I reckon it's going to be a bit of fun, mate. I reckon we're going to see some good top speeds out of it. It's got apparently about 10 gears, about 351 kilowatts of power, and a nice big V8 under the hood. So I reckon we're going to have a lot of fun finding out what it can do here.
Well, you heard the man, folks. Let's drive it. Driving the car, as I said, it is just almost otherworldly. It has an outstanding level of response to the pedal. You push down on the pedal and away it goes. That booming, crackling V8 noise. But most importantly, it's an everyday car. Someone asked me, oh, so is it a supercar? I said, look, I'm not sure if it's a supercar, but I will say it's a super car. And that's the whole thing. This is a car that you can actually live with on a daily basis. If you're able to restrain yourself, you can drive this car every day. The lines that are on this car are absolutely outstanding, and the bravery of the engineering department in being able to translate the design of this car into pressed metal panels and composite panels is just unbelievable. They make everything match up, and that is really one of the hallmarks of Lexus, and always has been. And this is the real, I think the real appeal of this car is, you look at it and go, not only is it one of the sexiest things on the planet, but it's something you can take to the shops. And that is really what makes it so, that's what sets it apart from everything else, is its dual nature. And now we get into it, and there's that big booming V8 again. But then as soon as we come back down, make sure we're just coming along under the speed limit again, and it's as though it never happened. Yes, the steering is beautiful and tight. The ride, as I say, we're running over some of the very average secondary roads around Brisbane, and you're not even getting shaken out of, it's not leaping across lanes because it's so stiffly sprung. It's not throwing us out of our seats. It's just absorbing what's happening underneath it. It's a very pliable, very confident car, and that's what makes it so much fun to be driving around in. So, Brendon, a few laps of the LC 500 under your belt. I know how good it is on the road. What did you make of it on the racetrack?
Well, mate, it's pretty hard to tell. It's not an actual race car. I mean, from the second we got out there, she handles beautifully. It's very neutral. It doesn't want to understeer, doesn't want to oversteer too much. It just wants to go fast. It hangs on through those corners brilliantly. I'd say nearly a little bit better than the Aussie car.
What was the big number?
So, after a bit of work, just had to get used to it as well. So obviously they have a little bit more movement around the corner than the race cars, but I can tell you what, it's not much, and I'm pretty happy. We got 208.
Now 208, that's not too bad, because if I understand correctly, you only just cracked 200 with the Aussie racing cars.
Yeah, you got me there, Gary. We only cracked with the best I've ever cracked with a tailwind down that straight is 201. So the old girls trumped the old Aussie car. So that's a pretty mean feat, I got to say.
And I think the most important thing is, this is a car that people can just buy straight off the showroom. I mean, this car is literally off the showroom floor. We've had it now for a couple of days, getting the feel of it, understanding what it is, what it does as a road car, and yet it can come out here, crack the 200 kilometre an hour barrier. And folks, the other thing to point out there, that's on a 700 metre straight. So that's accelerate, beat 200, and then brake into a hairpin corner. So if we were on just, what do you reckon, if we had 5 kilometres a straight, the sky's the limit.
Pretty well, yeah. I reckon you'd find all 10 gears in that space. But to give you an idea of what this thing's capable of, we only went through 5. So I'd love to get a 5 kilometre road where I could do that, Gary. I'd be the first one to jump in and see what we could do. But fortunately, we don't have that around here, and this is the best we got. So the guys were kind enough to let us do it, and it was an absolute blast, mate.
Absolutely. All right, Brendon, well, look, mate, thanks for your time. We've had a lot of fun today. So, folks, this is Let's Drive It. I'm Gary Worrall. We'll see you next time.